Peace. I gotta do this video real quick. I gotta just do it and just say it, make it plain. Tariq and y'all, shut the fuck up. This is what y'all asked for. Y'all getting that energy. You said fuck the black community when y'all went out there and supported Trump and refused to support Kamala Harris. Now people are turning around and saying fuck you. That's not bad. That's not wrong. If I support somebody and then that person betrays me and I say fuck them, that's not a knock on my character. That doesn't mean I was fake. That doesn't mean I didn't really care about them. I'm just saying fuck you now. Because if I got to die because you did something, then I'm going to laugh at you when you got to die. That's it. You betrayed the community. There's nothing to say here. You knew what Trump was going to do. We said, hey, you can't let Trump get in there because, hey, full immunity for the police. That's going to be more dead black people. And what did y'all do? Y'all niggas went around and voted for Trump anyway, or didn't vote for Kamala. So now when people say, all right, that's what y'all wanted, fuck you, and I'm going to laugh when you get it, now we fake? We not fake. Fuck you niggas. Just like that. This is what you brought on yourself. This is what you brought on yourself. You didn't care about the black community when you did this. So why should people care about you? You do know that those quote-unquote wealthy blacks and connected blacks, most of them are probably going to lose everything. You do know the biggest employer of black people in America is the federal government, right? You do know that the middle class, black middle class was created by the federal government, right? You do know that Trump, if he implements Project 2025 as stated, no extra shit, no supercharging, he could possibly do this, just as stated. In 2 years, the black middle class is going to be liquidated and black wealth is going to evaporate. All that, $1 trillion spending power that y'all like to talk about like it's actually like money in the bank, that shit gone. It's all gone. It's all gone. This was like a report right here. This was before the election, talking about how Project 2025 would have a disproportionate effect on black people. Disproportionate. It's like if you actually read Project 2025 or actually read a summary of it, you would see that this is probably the most anti-black political roadmap ever. Like in recent memory, I don't remember anything being this anti-black before. Like let's just listen a little bit.
ACLU have spoken out against the proposal, a move they warn will disproportionately affect African Americans.
Investigative reporter Tracy Wilkins explains why it could have an even greater impact on black people and the economy in our region here. Tracy?
Yeah, well, as you both know, the nation's largest population of wealthy black people live in our region, especially in majority black Maryland counties like Prince George's and Charles. Many of our strong middle and upper middle class black families were built around the federal workforce. It's the region's largest employer. So we asked experts on both sides of Project 2025 how dismantling it would impact the black middle class that has heavily relied on it.
Y'all can go watch that whole video for yourself. I have the link in the description box below or comment section, whatever. That's just not in PJ County. That's across the board. Most black people work for the federal government or work for the government, period. Most black people, not even most, it's the biggest employer, whatever. I'm just so upset. It's the biggest employer of black people. It's the guarantor of black rights. Like, if he implements Project 2025 as stated, a lot of black people are going to lose their job in the private sector as well. Or they're not even going to get the job because who's going to be making sure that the private sector doesn't discriminate against black people in hiring? Who's going to do that? And PAVE is gone. I hope you know that PAVE. If for all you don't know that, that's something that Joe Biden did that y'all claim he never did for black people. You know how when black people sell their houses and they always get appraised and the black appraisal rate is always lower than if it was a white person and that costs black people to lose out on hundreds of thousands of dollars? Well, Joe Biden put in place PAVE to stop that. PAVE is gone. PAVE is mentioned by name in Project 2025 that they want that gone. So a lot of these black people and black people across the country might be losing their homes. And then when they got to be forced to sell them because you know what? Hey, they can't get a job to make that up. So they got to sell their home. They're not even going to get the value. They'll be lucky if they get half of it. Just like when the Japanese had to sell their homes because they were being forced to be interned and people knew that they had no choice and people lowballed them till they basically got virtually nothing for their property. in return, that's going to be happening to a lot of black people. And that's because people like you, this was not just an election. This was for everything. This was for everything. This was for everything. Like, the 21st century is gone. The rest of the 21st century, that's the Trump age. Most of the people who sat up here and voted for Trump, black people who voted for Trump, you're not going to live long enough to see the end of this. Like, you could live for literally another 50 years and you're going to still be allowed to watch black people suffer because they're still dealing with the ramifications of this one election. This was the most consequential election for black people in American history. And I will fight anybody on that. I dare somebody to try to challenge me on that issue. It's all gone. Everything's gone. The Democratic coalition is up for is broken. People are just, everybody is just demanding blood. You got people out here celebrating and going to Starbucks and McDonald's to show that they don't give a fuck about the Palestinians. They don't care about Gaza. They're like, oh, y'all Arabs didn't vote. Y'all Muslims didn't vote for Kamala. All right, well, fuck you. Gaza can go up in smoke. You got people saying, well, deport them all. There's the biggest group who wants Project 2025 to be implemented as stated is Kamala Harris supporters. It's like, that's what it feels like to me, because we know we cooked, but we want to make sure all the people who played a role in this, who are also going to be cooked by Project 2025, we want to make sure y'all get cooked too. We want to make sure we sit there and watch you get cooked. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment on what you're thinking. On that note, family, peace.